All right, man. So obviously, I know over the weekend, everyone saw, all of America saw, mainly America, right? But
Mainly, yeah.
we all saw the NBA All Star Weekend. I personally think the All Star Weekend, and I'll definitely say I've been saying it for the last couple of years,
Mm-hmm.
it's watered down. It's watered down. I don't think it's entertaining anymore. And not even just that, it's just the fact the players that get in there, the ones that are voted in
Yeah.
my opinion, over certain other players. Like I understand injuries, right? You can't hold injuries against players though. Especially ones that happen during the season. But obviously, players that you know are NBA All Star calibers just by association, right? The fact that some of these players that are voted in, you kind of just sit there and you're like, really? Like that makes no sense, right? And that's no shot against any of the players. I mean, you got the vote, right? But
Yeah.
it's just the fact that I feel like the All Star one, the voting's really dumb. Two, the game itself and the weekend is just become boring. I mean, the
Right.
dunk contest became boring. 2016, we saw Aaron Gordon and Zach Levine, right? That brought it back, but ever since then, we haven't gotten anything entertaining from it. The slam dunk contest this year was really entertaining, thanks to Mac McClung. The fact that the G Leaguers showed up a bunch of actual NBA players itself should show you how much of a joke the NBA dunk contest has come. Damian Lillard won the 3-point contest. Who won the skills contest challenge? Nobody knows. Nobody cares.
No, not really.
Exactly, 100%. In my opinion, it's just a waste of time.
Yeah.
At this point, I mean, yeah, sure, you're an all-star. What does that mean? Better contract negotiations, better, negotiations in general. If you want to get traded to another team, maybe
Right.
even signed by another team. In my opinion, though, it really doesn't matter. I feel like it meant something more beforehand. I
Oh,
feel like
dude.
nowadays, though,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
it just means that you got voted in because you're liked by people, not
Yeah.
because you actually are an actual legit all-star.
I'll start.
I mean, definitely, I didn't watch the All Star game at all. I was just going through Instagram and Facebook, and the highlights will pop up. To be honest with you, YouTube some of it too. You know what I mean? But I didn't watch it. Again, why? The lack of entertainment is the only real thing I actually get excited for the All Star game is the celebrity All Star game that happens usually on Fridays.
That was probably more entertaining.
That was entertaining, because there people are having fun with it. You know what I mean? And not just you see it on the court, but even two people who are watching. I was enjoying it from what I did, from what I can watch. I mean, I don't have cable, so. But and then the skills challenge. I mean, it's good to see, but I wasn't entertained. I wasn't really interested. I'm like, I really don't care because again, no substance to it.
Right.
No substance at all. Again, the dunk contest I feel like was the biggest highlight of the whole entire weekend.
It was.
The dunk contest and the celebrity all star. You can make a case for both, but to me, those were the two major, or I should say not major, but more entertaining events. Like you said, the actual all star game itself, a lot of the players get voted on, and it's sometimes not even because they were going off. It's just because of who they are at some point or who they know as well.
Yeah, no, 100%. And it's just the fact that the players don't even necessarily even. I don't want to say they don't care about the game. It's just the fact that you can see it in their action.
No.
They're taking the game as a joke. It is
Yeah.
what it is. It's
That's
like
what
they
it
all
is,
just
yeah.
met up and played pickup ball at a local gym. Like,
Nah,
Who
bro.
wants to watch
Oh,
that?
hold up, bro. I know some pickup games at gyms a lot more intensity than what we saw at the All Star game, or if you saw, because I didn't watch it. But I seen the highlights and I seen how the commentators were talking. There was like even the coach, one of the coaches who coached the All Star game, said it was horrible. What does that tell you?
yeah, that should really tell you
I mean,
everything.
I mean, look. All I'm saying is this: if you're gonna be on an All Star game, if a lot of the team thing that comes down to is some of the players are worried that they'll get injured.
Yeah.
If you're worried you're going to get injured, just say thank you for the All Star nod, but I will not participate unless somebody else who was close in the voting, who actually wants to go play a nice, good. And I'm not saying intense game, but a good, defensive game where you actually apply a little pressure to each other. And it's cool to see the alley oops, the slam dunks, all this crazy half court shots. But an All Star game, it's a given. It's gonna happen.
Yeah, no, 100%, man. I mean, I think who said it better himself? I think Kobe was it back in 2016 that they interviewed him. He said, "Hey, it's like an actual game out there. We should play it. It's an honor to play it. We deserve it. You're an all star. You
Yes.
should be honored to be an all star and give
Exactly.
it a performance." But I feel like it's so watered down now. I feel like anybody can become MVP. Honestly, 100%. Obviously, I felt like it should have been Jason Tatum dropping a 50-pointer on that, but obviously they gave it to Donovan Mitchell because it was in Salt Lake City. Utah fans still love him. They probably didn't want to let him go, but it is what it is, man.
They did it. There's the fact that he ended up in Cleveland. You know what I mean? But
100%. Fix the All Star game. That's all I'm saying, NBA. Because I promise you, if you do fix it, make some major changes, make these players actually play the game, then I promise you that I'll probably have my eyes in it. Because I stopped watching back in 2017. It just got boring in my opinion.
I stopped watching the 16 after that. I mean, it was a good All Star game weekend and all that, but again, around the same time, I had no more cable, but I think it happened for a reason. Save me the time, you know.
No, 100%. Well, that being said, guys, let us know what you think of this year's All Star game. Who do you think actually should have been MVP?
Right.
There's no debate on who actually should have won the dunk contest. Miguel put up a hell of a performance.
Yes, he did.
At all. But let us know what you guys in the comment section. Until next time, we're out. Peace.
Oh.